In creation, God brought forth an abundance of goodness, and among all the things created on earth, you and me hold a special place among His creation. Now, reflecting upon our significance, we are reminded of the words from King David, Psalm 8, 4-5. What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. We will come back to this scripture, however. Before moving forward, let's briefly look at the Book of Enoch. A lot of questions surrounds its accuracy in depicting the pre-flood world. I get it. We want answers, and the Book of Enoch somewhat provides that. In the introduction, the Watchers, the fallen angels, engaged in sexual relationships with the women of that time. Is this an authentic account? Personally, I do not hold the belief that the Book of Enoch is divinely inspired. Instead, I view it more as a folklore or our collection of stories. But before you stop watching my video, take a few minutes and allow me to explain. Remember, subscribe to my channel, and thank you in advance for doing so. Now let's jump back to Psalm 8, 4-5. What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. In order to crack the Book of Enoch wide open, we will need to understand who were the sons of God, and who are the daughters of men. However, before we can do so, let's find out the backstory about this book. Let's get into it. The Book of Enoch is a compilation of several separate works, most of which are apocalyptic. Its oldest portion is the Apocalypse of Weeks, written shortly before the Maccabean uprising of 167 BC against the Seleucids. Other sections, especially those dealing with astronomical and cosmological speculations, are difficult to date because of its views on messianism, celibacy, and the fate of the soul after death. The Book of Enoch is non-canonical. It's not a part out the Bible. In 1st Enoch, it does not run parallel to the specific laws and commandments found in the Mosaic Torah, and I have found it makes no references to issues like Shabbat observance or the rite of circumcision. The Sinaitic Covenant and Torah are not of central importance in the Book of Enoch either. Don't be mistaken. There once lived a righteous man named Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, the seventh from Adam. The Book of Jude even made reference of this, was the subject of abundant apocryphal literature, especially during the Hellenistic period of Judaism, 3rd century BC to 3rd century AD. At first revered only for his piety, he was later believed to be the recipient of secret knowledge from God. This portrait of Enoch as visionary was influenced by the Babylonian tradition of the 7th antediluvian king, Enmen-Durana, who was linked to the sun god and received divine revelations. The story of Enoch reflects many such features of the Babylonian myth. The Watchers in the Book of Enoch. The Watchers are angels dispatched to earth to watch over the humans. They soon begin to lust for human women and, at the prodding of their leader Samyaza, defect to illicitly instruct humanity and procreate among them. Here is where the problem comes in for me. Seth, the son of Adam, the third son. The Bible listed Adam and Eve, he was the continuation of Abel. Also, he was still alive, and so was his other siblings. Same goes for Adam. Adam lived 930 years, up to the 56th year of Lamech, father of Noah. The Bible notes that Adam had other sons and daughters after Seth, but does not name them. Adam, being made by God, had no earthly father, our mother, thus making him the Son of God. He was created perfect until sin entered, and his promise of redemption was going to come through the line of Adam, the first man. Now that we have established who is the Son of God, then who are the sons of God? The sons of God is the lineage of Adam, the righteous children, which was not supposed to intermingle with the descendants of Cain. Adam and Eve, perfect attributes, was passed down to their early children who remain under God's holy watch. Their physical and spiritual disposition was unlike the sons and daughters of Cain, who was under a curse. The sons of God, Adam's children, saw the daughters of man because they were born of the flesh and not of the spirit, Cain's children. Genesis chapter 6. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, Yet his days shall be 120 years, end of chapter and verse. The key word there is flesh. God was angry with man, his chosen sons, his earthly vessels. They had corrupted themselves by laying with the daughters of Cain. The vagabond. I believe God was still having communication with Adam after he was placed outside the garden. Are there other unfallen worlds that sin does not abound? Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. The enemy thinking he could defeat the seed that will crush his head. Jesus Christ, the last Adam, came and make right what Adam had done. Jesus Christ is the Son of God. He was fully man and fully God. Jesus Christ, the last Adam, the Son of God. Thank you all, and God bless. Subscribe, like and share. If you haven't done so, please do, so others can see these great contents.